Today's module, we are going to revise the concepts of national income accounting. The topics which I am going to cover today are the circular flow of income. Because we are talking about circular flow of income, it's real flow and money flow which is included in that. Then we'll be looking at the concepts of stock and flow, domestic territory and resident and a non-resident. आज हम जो concepts revise करेंगे और जो questions हम revise करेंगे objective type questions which will be based on the following concepts, that is circular flow of income, real flow and money flow, stock and flow, domestic territory, resident and non-resident. So to start with the circular flow of income, as we know that सर्कुलर फ्लो ऑफ इनकम के लिए हम एज्यूम करते हैं टू सेक्टर्स ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, दैट इज फर्म्स एंड द हाउस होल्ड्स. और जो ब्लू लाइन दिख रही है आपको, दैट इज रियल फ्लो फ्रॉम फर्म्स. गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर प्रोवाइडेड टू द हाउस होल्ड्स, क्योंकि जो फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है, लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल और एंटरप्राइज, उनके ओनर्स जो हैं वो है हाउस होल्ड्स. सो जो ब्लू लाइन है, फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, that is provided by households to firms, and in lieu of that, in real flow, firms provide goods and services to the households. जो outer lines हैं, blue lines, they are for real flow. And in lieu of the factors of production which are provided by the households, firms provide the income in the form of wages, dividend, rent, interest, profit. All that flows from firm to households, that is shown by the red arrow, that is money flow. And households incur consumption expenditure, that is also a part of money flow, which flows from households to firms. Next, real flow and money flow. As you can see in the diagram, factor services are a part of real flow from households to firms, and goods and services are a part of real flow from firms to households. And factor payments are a money flow from firms to households, and consumption expenditure is a money flow from households to firms. Next concept which is there for revision today is the stock and flow concept. स्टॉक वेरिएबल्स वो होते हैं जिन्हें हम एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पर मेजर करते हैं, और फ्लो वेरिएबल्स वो होते हैं जिन्हें हम ओवर अ टाइम पीरियड मेजर करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द एग्जाम्पल विच इज शोन, द पॉपुलेशन साइज. जो बर्थ और डेथ्स हैं, दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ फ्लो. बर्थ रेट एंड डेथ रेट, दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ फ्लो. लेकिन जो पॉपुलेशन साइज है, population size, that is total population at a point of time, that is a concept of stock. जो other examples है flow variable के, national income, capital formation, जो भी चीज एक process में continuation हो रही है, that is flow. and जिस चीज को हम एक stationary concept, एक point of time पर measure करते हैं, stationary है वो, उसमें in और out अभी नहीं हो रहा है, measure नहीं कर रहे हैं हम, that is stock. Next is economic territory. Economic territory includes geographical territory. Geographical territory मतलब जो, अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें, what we can see in the political borders or the map of India. So the territory lying within the political frontiers of a country. This includes territorial waters and the airspace of a country. हमारी country के आसपास के जो territorial waters हैं और जो एयर स्पेस है हमारा, दैट इज ऑल्सो इंक्लूडेड इन डोमेस्टिक और इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी. शिप्स एंड एयरक्राफ्ट विच आर ओन्ड एंड ऑपरेटेड बाय द रेजिडेंट्स बिटवीन टू और मोर कंट्रीज. जो भी एयरलाइंस हैं, जेट एयरवेज है, इंडिगो, या जितनी भी एयरलाइंस हैं, चाहे वो डोमेस्टिक एयरलाइंस हैं या इंटरनेशनल एयरलाइंस हैं, विच आर ओन्ड बाय द इंडियन रेजिडेंट्स, आर अ पार्ट ऑफ आर इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी. फिशिंग वेसल्स, oil and natural gas rigs, floating platforms for oil drilling, which are owned by our residents, are a part of our economic territory. Embassies, consulates and military establishments of the country located abroad. इसका मतलब है all the Indian embassies which are located in any of the countries are a part of our economic territory. ये है इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी का कंसेप्ट. द नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट इज अबाउट द नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट ऑफ अ कंट्री. A normal resident is a person who ordinarily resides in a country and besides that whose economic interest lies in that territory. और residents हमारे households भी हो सकते हैं और production units भी हो सकते हैं. Resident is not equivalent to citizen. Citizenship अलग है और resident का concept economics से related है कि any household or production unit who reside in that country, for example, any of the maybe Tata unit which is lying in our country is a part of normal resident of a country. टाटा की जितनी भी यूनिट्स इंडिया में हैं वो हमारे नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट ऑफ अ कंट्री हैं. सिमिलरली स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया जो हमारी कंट्री के अंदर लोकेटेड है, दे आर द नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट ऑफ अ कंट्री. The foreign embassies which are located in our country cannot be considered as a normal resident of a country because they are not a part of our economic territory also. Now we move on to the objective type questions, starting from question number 1. These are the MCQ questions. We will discuss these questions one after the other. In this module, there are 20 questions which are based on the concepts we have taken for the revision. Basic economic activities, production, investment and consumption, as all three are the basic economic activities. Option number D is the correct answer. Flows of goods and services, real flow, interest flow, money flow. Goods and services which are flowing physically are a part of real flow, and this flow from the firms to the households. Out of the given options, that is income, monetary expenditure, capital formation and wealth. 4 examples given है आपको. income, monetary expenditure, capital formation और wealth. income को भी हम over a period of time measure करते हैं. expenditure भी over a period of time measure होता है और capital formation is also a process which is going on. So wealth is an example of stock out of these given options. Question number 4. Circular flow. Circular flow is of 2 types. That is money flow and real flow. So correct option is B, that is 2 types. Question number 5. An activity which results in value addition. वो activity जिससे value add होती है. Consumption और production है तो flow ही, but उनसे value addition नहीं हो रहा है. वो that will remain equal to each other. If we have to exceed that, that is through investment. Next question. A phase of circular flow of income. Circular flow of income में 3 phases होते हैं. Income distribution, income disposition, that is expenditure, and value addition, that is production. So the correct option is D, that is all of these. Question number 7. The sector which owns factor services. Sector which owns factor services. ये फैक्टर सर्विसेज हाउसहोल्ड्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं, तो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज सी, दैट इज हाउसहोल्ड्स. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. अगेन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ स्टॉक? द डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स हैव बीन टेकन. सेविंग्स कैन नॉट बी अ स्टॉक बिकॉज इट इज मेजर्ड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. Exports cannot be a stock measured over a period of time, and profits also measured over a period of time. So wealth is a stock. Which of the following is not a flow? इनकम ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम होता है तो फ्लो है. इन्वेस्टमेंट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम है, वो भी फ्लो है. और डेप्रिसिएशन इज डिक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज, दैट इज ऑल्सो विद द टाइम. सो कैपिटल is measured at a point of time, so it is not a flow. Question number 10. Quantity measured at a point of time is stock. Option number B. Which of the following is a stock variable? Question number 11. Income? No, it is not a stock. Savings? They are not a stock. Expenditure is not a stock because measured over a period of time. It is only money supply which is measured at a point of time. It is a stock variable. So correct option is D over here. Then which of the following is not Which of the following is a stock variable? Question number 11. We are discussing that once again. Which of the following is a stock variable? Income? Nahi, because that is measured over a period of time. Savings? No, measured again over a period of time. Expenditure also. The last one, that is money supply, is a stock variable because it is measured at a point of time. Next, question number 12. Again, the same question. Which of the following is not a stock? Which of the following is not a stock? GDP, balance in bank account, closing stock of a firm, bank deposits as on 22nd June 2020. ऑप्शन नंबर डी से स्टार्ट करती हूँ. बैंक डिपॉजिट्स एज ऑन, दैट मीन्स इट इज मेजर्ड एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, तो ये स्टॉक है. क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ अ फर्म, अगेन मेजर्ड एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, सो इवन दिस इज अ स्टॉक. बैलेंस इन बैंक अकाउंट भी एज ऑन डेट होता है, सो इट इज अ स्टॉक. जीडीपी is the value of goods and services produced over a period of time. So GDP is not a stock. MCQs में what we have to be careful about is कि question में क्या पूछा गया है. Because generally we have to read it word to word so that we don't commit mistakes. So be careful while attempting MCQs. Next one, we move to the next question, that is losses are classified as. What is a loss? A stock, flow, or it is both or none of these? Losses are a flow. B is the correct answer. Why they are flow? Because they are measured over a period of time again. Now our next question, number 14, is based on the residents. Out of the following, who are not the residents of India? Indians going abroad for medical treatment. Indians हैं, सिर्फ मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट के लिए बाहर गए हैं, सेंटर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट अभी भी यही है, सो इज अ रेजिडेंट. इंडियंस वर्किंग परमानेंटली in the office of United Nations Organization in New York. Indians working permanently in the office of यूनाइटेड नेशंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन न्यूयॉर्क, उनका इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट इंडिया में नहीं है, सो दैट इज वाई दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ, दे आर द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, दैट इज दे आर नॉट द रेजिडेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया. Indians working in Indian Embassy in America are still the residents of India because Indian Embassy हमारी domestic territory है, उसी में वो काम कर रहे हैं. Indians working in a branch of American Bank in India, सेंटर ऑफ इंटरेस्ट उनका इंडिया ही है, तो वो हमारे रेजिडेंट हैं. तो यहाँ पर करेक्ट ऑप्शन और द करेक्ट आंसर इज दिस B1, इंडियंस वर्किंग परमानेंटली इन द ऑफिस ऑफ यूनाइटेड नेशंस. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग विल बी इंक्लूडेड इन GNP ऑफ इंडिया? प्रॉफिट्स अर्न्ड बाय अ फॉरेन कंपनी इन इंडिया. ग्रॉस नेशनल प्रोडक्ट है. नेशनल प्रोडक्ट का मतलब है इनकम ऑफ रेजिडेंट्स. हमें क्या कंसेप्ट देखना है कि whether income is earned by a resident or a non-resident. Profits earned by a foreign company. Foreign company is not a resident of India, so this is a part of factor income to abroad. So correct option over here is A. Profits earned by foreign company in India will not be included in GNP because it is factor income to abroad. जो बाकी options हैं, salary paid to Americans working in Indian Embassy in America will not be included in GNP. Earnings from sale of bonds to investors again will not be included in GNP. So all the three options which are given will not be included in GNP of India. Profits earned by a foreign company in India बाहर चला जाएगा as factor income to abroad. सैलरी पेड टू अमेरिकन्स वर्किंग इन इंडियन एम्बेसी भी बाहर चला जाएगा एज फैक्टर इनकम टू अब्रॉड. अर्निंग्स फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ बॉन्ड्स टू इन्वेस्टर्स, फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स होना चाहिए यहाँ पे, इवन दैट विल गो आउट. सो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज नन ऑफ द अबव. यहाँ पर अर्निंग्स फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ बॉन्ड्स टू फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स है. So the correct option is none of the above. Question number 16. Which of the following is within the domestic territory of India? State Bank of India in UK. वो हमारी टेरिटरी में लोकेटेड नहीं है, तो इट इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ आर टेरिटरी. गूगल ऑफिस इन इंडिया. गूगल ऑफिस इन इंडिया इज अ पार्ट ऑफ आर डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी, क्योंकि हमारी टेरिटरी में वो लोकेटेड है. ऑफिस ऑफ टाटा मोटर्स इन यूएसए हमारी पॉलिटिकल बाउंड्रीज में नहीं है, तो टेरिटरी में नहीं है. रशियन एम्बेसी दो लोकेटेड इन इंडिया बट इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ आर इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी, क्योंकि सारी फॉरेन एम्बेसीज हमारी टेरिटरी में इंक्लूडेड नहीं मानी जाती. Last set of questions. Foreign embassies in India are a part of India's. We have to see foreign embassies in India are a part of India's economic territory, geographical territory, both A and B, none of these. We will be taking them as none of these. Question number 18. Which one of the following is an example of normal residents of India? Foreign worker working in WHO located in India is not a normal resident. German working as director in IMF office located in India, वो नहीं लिए जाते. जितने भी इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के वर्कर्स होते हैं वो नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट्स नहीं कंसिडर किए जा सकते. Ambassador in India from rest of the world, even they are not the residents because उनका इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट वहाँ पर है. जबकि ambassador of India मतलब they are working in the foreign in Indian embassy. सो इंडियन एम्बेसी हमारी टेरिटरी है में है और वहाँ पर जो काम कर रहा है और इंडिया का ही है, इज अ नॉर्मल रेजिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. सो करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन डी ओवर हेयर. फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स स्टडिंग इन इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी फ्रॉम लास्ट 5 years इज एन इंडियन रेजिडेंट. ट्रू और फॉल्स? इट इज फॉल्स. They cannot be considered as Indian residents because their center of economic interest is not in India. Indian embassy located in Switzerland is a part of India's economic territory. Correct answer is true. India की जितनी भी embassies बाहर located हैं, they are a part of our economic territory. So with this, many MCQs, true or false, we have revised. Even in the test, the PT1, such type of questions will be based on these concepts which we have discussed right now. Thank you so much. Revise, study, and do well in your test. This was revision module number 1. We will be continuing with the revision modules further from the remaining topics from this chapter.